Okay, I'm going to show you how to add some extra things. So when you start on your big drawing, you're going to be adding extra things. Like for example, maybe a mailbox, okay? Maybe you can see inside the windows. Maybe you're going to add a deck, maybe a fence, sidewalk, of course. You could add things like this one here. You can see this person added some fancy street lights. They added some awnings. They even added, in some cases, they added a turret up here, or a tower. Some of this roof is curved instead of just straight. Here's another one. This person, I like this. They added a stop and go light here. If you look over here, here's a sign, says First Avenue, and then they added a park bench down here. You could add parking spots. You can add all kinds of things, but I want you to start experimenting on your drawing right now. Now, another what this person did is they put the inside frame of the window here. So it looks like the window actually goes in rather than just this flat window. How would you do that? You just basically, you're gonna draw a line here and here, back this way, and then just gonna fill that in, and now I've got the inside view of a window, okay? So let me show you how to do a couple of those things on this sample sheet, and then we'll get going. So suppose I wanna make this door look like it's going in, okay? All I'm gonna do is draw a little bit of the inside right here, okay? I'll fill that in dark, and then the little top. Now, how come you can see the top? Because I'm underneath this, okay? So if I drew a line up here on the window, I'll just kind of zoom in here. You can see like right here, this is the inside window. This line goes back to that point, and then this line goes back to the other point, and there is the inside edge of that window. Looks like I can see in the window, okay? So let's add some other things. Let's say I wanted to add a mailbox. Maybe I got a mailbox that's up close, like it's across the street. So here is the front of my mailbox going to that point right there. Okay, so these are going that way. Here's the side of my mailbox. This is going back to that point. So right now my mailbox is a square mailbox. Well, I want to make it rounded. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to round the top, sort of like that. Okay, then I'll draw a line back to here. And then that top will be rounded as well. So it's like here. So there's my rounded mailbox, okay? Now I'm gonna make it open. So the door is open. This is gonna go back to that point. That's the inside wall of the mailbox. And here's the door now that's open. Now kind of go with the same size here. And then I've got a curved door, and the door is open, okay? Let's say on the side of the mailbox, I put my address. So I write the address in here, make boxes for all the letters, okay? Whatever, it's 2347, that's right there. And then maybe I even do that little flag. So here's the little flag that's standing up on my mailbox. It looks kind of like this. Flag is going back in that direction. So when you want the mailman to get your mail, you do that. Maybe the bottom, if you notice, sometimes the bottom of the mailbox has these little lines in there, and so on. So there's a mailbox. Here's my pole. Now, if it's a round pole, I can just do that, but maybe it's a square pole. Maybe it's like this. So if you could see the bottom, it would look kind of like that, okay? So I'd like you to add a mailbox, okay? And then I want you to practice adding other things that might exist in this environment. Like, for example, let's say I wanted to make a bench like that earlier one. So here is the top of the bench going this direction. The sides are going to that pole. Here are the legs, leg, leg, leg. The back comes up here. Here's the back. Here's the back here. Now let's say it's a fancier bench. Let's say that it's got like a pole here and a pole here, but maybe the back of it rises like that. So I just took that, raised that up. Now maybe the bench has a side arm here. Here's the arm, here's an arm over here, and I draw that a little thicker, I get more detailed. Maybe the legs are fancy, maybe the legs curve, so maybe I do something like this, right? Curve the legs a little bit, whatever. Then maybe the bench maybe the boards are going like this on the bench. Maybe the back of the bench, maybe the boards are going vertical, I don't know. Maybe there's a piece of wood that does this kind of thing here on the back of your bench, and then here it's got like metal bars here, whatever. So anyhow, we're drawing different things in two-point perspective. So you can add features like shutters, you could add siding. So if it's a barn, the siding's maybe going up. If it's a house, a regular house, the siding's probably going this way. Okay, if you want to add bricks to that, you know, I'd put lines every other. These bricks are obviously pretty gigantic. What else? Doors, windows, awnings. If I want to put an awning over this door, I'm just going to have an angle like here and here. This goes back to that point, I put like a stake there, and I've got this little awning hanging over the top of the door, okay? So I want you to add a mailbox, I want you to add a bench, I want you to add some windows that look like they're going in, and then other details like bricks. You can add natural things too. Once again, let's just say I had let's say a small tree right here, and here was my tree. If I draw a line at the top and bottom of the tree further away would be a smaller version, skinnier trunk of the same tree. So right now you're going to practice adding all these other features you're going to add to your final drawing, but do them on the practice sheet.